What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle.
Good morning. Welcome back and happy Monday. I'm going to work on some more story problems today, but these problems are a little different because they're not all going to be division. So I know for the past month or so our brains have been totally into division, but we have to kind of shift out of there, shake the cobwebs out, and get back to what we've known for a while about story problems. The words we typically see when you're going to add, the words we see when you're going to subtract, some for multiply, and probably going to be some divide in there as well. So let's get started on page 119. I'm going to read them for you. Let's take a look. Okay, to start this off, I'm going to read these directions to you, and then I'm going to read the questions. But I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to try to figure out what you would do, whether you'd add, subtract, multiply, or divide before I move on. So be thinking about the words and whether you want to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. That's the first bit here. It says, the 4th and 5th grade classes at Jackson Elementary School had a just-for-fun winter carnival. All the students in the school were invited. Discuss what operations you need to use, in other words, add, subtract, multiply, or divide, to solve each problem, then solve the problem. Okay, so here we go. First one is, 2 students from each 4th and 5th grade class were on the planning committee. If Jackson School had 14 4th and 5th grade classes in all, how many students planned the carnival? So they wanted 2 students from each of the 4th and 5th grade classes, and there were 14 4th and 5th grade classes. So what do you think? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Here's one of my clues right here, in all. If you see in all, oftentimes that means you're going to be either adding something up or multiplying, right? Those are numbers that are getting bigger, usually. So in this case, you could add, but you're probably going to do multiply. 2 kids from each of the 14 classes, that kind of looks like 2 times 14 to me. So in this one, I think is going to be a multiply. All right, on to 2. To advertise the carnival, students decorated 4 hallway bulletin boards. They started with 2,025 pieces of colored paper. When they finished, they had 9 pieces left. How many pieces of paper did they use? Ooh, here we go. Not just the opposite of right. How much did they have left over? That usually means something's getting smaller. So divide or subtract. Let's see. They had this many to start with. They ended with this much. How many left? I think this is going to be straight subtraction. They kind of try to throw us with 4 hallway bulletin boards, like they wanted you to see how many pages per bulletin board, but they don't ask that, right? They had this many pieces, they ended with this many pieces. How many did they use? That's going to be straight up subtract. 3, the parents ordered pizzas to serve at the carnival. Each pizza was cut into 8 slices. How many pizzas had to be ordered so that 1,319 people could each have 1 slice? So you have this many people, and they need to order pizzas. Each pizza has 8 slices. I think if we're not going to add. What do you think? I think if we multiplied, then we get a huge number, right? If we multiplied 8 times 1,319, then we would get like 8,000, and you wouldn't need to order 8,000 pizzas to feed 1,000 people. So this smells to me like divide. Now you're going to be careful, because my guess is there's going to be a remainder situation here. Remember, you don't want anybody to go without pizza. So how many pizzas had to be ordered? So if there's a remainder, that means you're going to have to round up a little bit. Number 4. There were 825 students signed up to run in timed races. If exactly 6 students ran in each race, how many races were there? 825 students. You're breaking them into piles of 6. You got it. Divide. Big number, and they're each going to go in groups of 6. How many races did they run? That broken up into 6 piles. Now the last one, or last two. At the raffle booth, 364 fourth graders each bought 1 ticket to win a new school supply set. Only 8 fifth graders each bought a ticket. How many students bought raffle tickets altogether? So at the raffle booth, 364 fourth graders bought 1 ticket. Only 8 fifth graders bought a ticket. How many students bought a raffle tickets? There's your clue right there, altogether, right? That usually means you're going to either add or multiply. 364 fourth graders and 8 more fifth graders. That's going to be an add. All right. Last one for today. Altogether, wait a minute, there's our altogether there. Altogether, 1,263 students were enrolled in the 1st through 5th grades at Jackson School. Okay, so they counted all the first graders, 2nd graders, 3rd graders, 4th graders, and 5th graders, and that number was 1,263. On the day of the carnival, 9 students were absent. How many students could have participated in the carnival activities? So we're going to assume that if you're absent, you can't participate in the activities. So there's this many kids, but 9 didn't show up. How many kids could participate? I think you got it with me. Straight subtract on that one. Okay, give me 1 through 6. Not much room on this page, so you might have to do it on a whiteboard or a piece of paper. Take a picture, send it on in. Good luck.